I am Angel Amoroso, and welcome to Angel Amoroso versus Round 9, Show 9, Episode 9. Angel Amoroso versus SIJW, Veetard, the Stalking Idiot Jerk-Off Worm, and Friends. Welcome. We are going to get right into some recordings from the last Social Injustice Warrior show. And while we do that, we're going to go to Twitter. This next one starts off with V starting trouble with Rob Feinstein. I'm going to play these vocal recordings one right after another. Enjoy.
I had a very, very funny message from somebody who, if you are in either the wrestling community or the pedophile community, or, according to some people, they're one and the same, but if you're in either one of those communities, you might know who I'm talking about. None other than Rob Feinstein. Rob Feinstein fucking hit me up.
Oh boy. Oh, is he married? Oh yeah.
I know that he. Go ahead.
I'm pulling up an episode of Catch a Predator. I'm just trying to find him. Is he the guy with the tank, the red tank?
I don't know. You'll definitely notice he's the one with the. If you find the episode he was in, he's the one with the frosted tips. He looks like he was like the missing instinct member that nobody gave a fuck about.
Let me screenshot this shit. Send it over to you. You might. It's probably him, just judging from what you said. But oh, geez, this guy. But tell him the most infuriating part about this story. The part about the story.
You mean of him hitting me up?
Well, not just that, but also the fact that he bought his way out of it.
Oh no, that's not him, by the way.
Oh fuck.
No, he basically bought his way out of it. I mean, he, to my knowledge, owns the rights to that footage, and that's why the episode itself is really hard to find. But I managed to find it, so he may be a little pissed off at that. That may not be a great thing. Because I mentioned in a previous review, and I think I also might have made a posting on Facebook, that Feinstein is one of my upcoming targets on SIJW. He's one of my upcoming videos. And apparently he does not like that. He threatened legal action against me. He told me that he hopes that whatever I'm making a video on him for is going to make me a lot of money because I'm going to need it. Because he's going to sue me for slander, which, by the way, it's only slander if it's not true. I don't ever report on anything.
If it's spoken and, not like, recorded or something, then that's libel. But then
I'm also on a fucking news station. And at the beginning of all my videos, whether it's your intro, whether it's Angel's intro, it always says, these are my opinions, and, it's not, factual, except for when I say something is factual.
That's fair. So you need to make that intro a little shorter.
Nobody likes that intro. Since I put that intro up, they're like, oh, okay.
All it really comes down to is just like, making sure you can keep the audience's attention. The shorter it is, the shorter you can get the point across, the better. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody really liked the updated version. Everyone liked your version. Nobody really liked the Angels. The comment I always got was, oh, she was nice tits. And then that was it. And then it was like, oh, we're going to switch back to the original intro.
I mean, that's fair. Maybe they thought that you were selling out or something. Like, oh, now he's just, plastering tits.
Oh, hey, look who's here.
Oh, my.
Well, hello. Hi.
Okay, so as you can hear, all lead into nonsense. Here goes number 2. More shit.
Oh, yeah. Mr. What was it? Rob, was it Feinstein, Weinstein? At this point, I can't even tell anymore.
Rob Feinstein.
What's that about? What was that in the description? Is that real about him being a predator?
Yeah.
Wait, so he has like long hair, X-ray vision, and shoots people. Get the fuck out of here, Al. God damn it.
No, okay. Really brief, because I don't want to get too deep into it, because we still do have a couple of questions to ask Kaylee here, and she's been nice enough to grace us with her presence and whatnot. But
grace us with your presence. I never get that from V. Haley.
Yeah, well, no, that's because I'm usually saying you're a cunt, but I'm not going to say that to her because she actually.
I kind of encourage that because when men call me a bitch, I'm like, no, excuse me. I'm upset, thank you.
You now have an
So now he's made Rob Feinstein.
Sorry, this is a lot of talking over talking here, but I'm just trying to explain that he's attacking Rob Feinstein because I mentioned that we were friends when I was younger.
ROH Wrestling. He was on To Catch a Predator. He lost ROH Wrestling, still does the RF video shoots, still makes a lot of money. And he threatened to sue me if I put out a video saying that he was on To Catch a Predator.
Even though he was on To Catch a Predator, and that's a factual thing. He proved questionable enough.
He was on To Catch a Predator. I'm not saying anything that's not true. That's a slander.
Then you're fucking video. Yeah, we're supposed to come.
If I am to make a video like that, he said he was going to get me sued and whatnot. So I'd like to see on what grounds he wants to do that, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, he wouldn't have gone out of his way if he wasn't afraid of the video that's about to come. So I know I have that kind of power is not good in that situation. So
it's not a good idea, especially when you know you can get it with defamation or with slander.
Well, I'm not going to say anything that isn't true. I never do, and if I say anything about him, it's going to either be my opinion or it's going to be something that's factually authentic. It's not going to be any slander.
Hey, let's say the true things, but how about we pay you money not to say the true things?
That's my dream job.
So he never says anything that he doesn't know.
Silencing people with money?
No, like
No, being silenced for money.
No, being a
Even though it's
like I run into so many people that work for the FBI, the CIA,
and I'll show you the video that he made.
lawyers, doctors, it's all very rich and powerful people. So
Oh my God.
Okay, that whiny voice in the back isn't me. It's some other girl. I'm just trying to explain that I'm going to play that Rob Feinstein video up next after I get through all these threats.
Did Saint no, Chris, beg, no. It's a reference that nobody's gonna understand.
You said something about people are asking about the fucking Rob Feinstein thing. You only briefly went over that. I was expecting a fight. I thought he was coming off.
The allegedly for a video that I haven't made just yet, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
If it happens, can you get him onto a screen?
Well, yeah, I would love to. Maybe I should have tried to get him on here. I should have been like, hey, dude.
Well, that's what I thought the whole thing was. I thought he was coming on.
False advertising, maybe. False advertising. Well, I think that we got the better guess.
And it was false advertising because he said that Rob Feinstein was going to be on the program and they were going to talk to me, and that's how he advertised this show.
I'm sure Haley would be perfectly capable of yelling at a pedophile.
I wouldn't want to yell at them, but I can just really very softly talk down to them. It makes it more fun.
No. See, Haley, what you gotta do is you gotta find out where they are. Wait outside their building. Scream to other people how terrible they are to scare them off. At the same time, something just occurred to me. She's a fetish artist, which means she can probably make herself look like a child. Let's lure him.
But please never do that. That's creepy as shit.
Like you're fucking 8 or something and lure this fucking Rob
No, it's not gonna work. She's of the right gender.
Yeah.
Jill, V, why are you on cam?
He'd be like,
Cam, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna. I'll shave my beard. And I can say I'm 12. Dude, no, you're not gonna pass for 12.
Look like this.
Dude, you're 12. Without the beard, I don't look much older than at least 10. No, that's a hard 10, bro. It's a hard 10. Funny if that's 10. Exactly. I could look nice and young. I'll say all the right things. What's his name? I want to get this right.
Rob, you pass for a young Jess Harnell. That's what you can do.
I use my old boy.
yes, Daddy.
Please, I'm very young. I'm very vulnerable. And if you'd be willing to take me in, I want to one day be a wrestler. It's carrying me that she's like caressing her chest as you're saying that. To be a wrestler. He's like, shit, I've always wanted to fuck a 10-year-old.
Oh, no.
This is what nobody came here looking for. Well, that is,
Whoa, Robert, you already know how you got played, right?
What's on?
Pretty boy, little boy, big boy, I need you. Pretty boy.
You want that boy?
It's always funny, and now you can't stop making references.
That's 2 weeks later, I have never had sex with a child.
It's something to laugh about. Real funny.
Yeah,
I'm leading this page off with the definition of ignorance, a lack of knowledge or information.
Motherfucker's still getting off because he can still hear the rest of us. All right, so let's, what you can do for that goddamn topic?
The top hat voice is the one that's really helping me right now.
He was fucking awesome. But let's talk about that Rob Feinstein situation.
Wait, Vinny, you're about to talk about Rob Feinstein?
Yeah.
I'm about to bow out.
Wait. Before you do that, Chris, V, black guy.
Yeah.
Speak amongst yourself. I have to go make urine, and I want to hear this story. Comes back and I'll tell the story. Because I'll just take some of this and I'll include it in. Alright. I'll tell the Rob Feinstein story, and then around 11:30, 11:40, we'll call it tonight. We'll wrap this up. Hit it.
How about the tuners that's just listening? The tuners, the people that's just tuning in, such as myself. What happened in the first after show?
We spoke with World.
Yeah, I don't want to make this any longer than it's going to be, so I'm just going to play the next one.
I think I'm gonna call it a night from here. I got a pedophile to explain. I didn't even bring up the story. Shit. Yeah, you can tell the fucking story. I came back and then there was no. Yeah, I'm sorry. Tell the fucking story. I'll tell the story. Rob Feinstein, either through me saying in one of my other streams or me posting something on Facebook or some shit like that. Somebody ratted to him. Probably somebody I made a video on in the past. But somebody ratted to him and told him I was making a video on him, and then he threatened legal action on me. As a matter of fact, you know what? For the people still watching, I'm going to pull up the actual thing that he threatened me with. I'm going to pull up
slander if it's true.
Right. So that's what the thing is like when you're older, you just assume that somebody younger than you doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. You're not older. What? No, he's older. You're not older. He's older. He's older than me. Okay. You're a young motherfucker. No, I'm still old. I feel fucking old. I haven't done anything with my life yet. I'm fucking old. Yeah. We're both old in that respect. Well, you're too old.
They keep saying they understand slander, but they obviously don't.
Yeah, and I did a
Keep
pretty
claiming
good
that
job.
they only
The other day
say
she
things
looked
that
up at
are
me
true,
and said,
but then they
you're
lie.
being dumb. She's being dumb.
That's how you know you're like, damn, what the fuck?
I'm actually going to play the Rob Feinstein video out.
Yeah, hold on. It was a moment of
See how
self-reflection. My 2-year-old
evolved into
Daddy, you're being
me
dumb.
having something to do with it.
It was like, you know what? Yeah, I am. Thank you.
Who are you being dumb about that your kids
Sorry, I
like
feel like
lectured
we need to
you?
talk over these jackasses because this is not really the important stuff.
I was arguing with the missus about something for a couple seconds.
It's
I was
just
like,
amazing
yeah,
that he
actually, you're
used
Now, the thing
me
is
as
that
a
I'm not
reason
taking
to attack
sides on the
Feinstein.
Rob Feinstein thing.
The little lady looked at you
It's
and her little head.
Why include me in it
Mommy's always
when
right.
I
You're wrong.
have nothing to do with it?
I'm sure that
And then just attack Rob because I had mentioned him in the past and make him a target because of
Oh,
that.
God. Hold on. Let me go to my
just
fucking Twitter because I thought I
He
had
was a friend.
the actual picture saved, and I do not. So,
Do you want me to screenshot it and send it to you because you're taking forever?
Now, and a friend of mine, I say Rob was a friend of mine when I was like
Very
13
fucking
and he was like 15.
very
So
You got a hot chick, you don't know how to act.
I know you're
when we
trying,
were kids.
but more importantly, you're
Now
trying
he's
my
claiming to have a screenshot that he's trying to
what do you
pull
want
up
to
that
watch
doesn't.
me?
So he's going to pull up another one that does.
confident adult.
That says something else.
Just a second.
There we go.
All right, so here's what he said to me. Here was the message I got from him.
Again,
Whatever you plan on doing, I hope you make a lot of money from it. Because if you use my name, likeness, or anything else in a negative fashion, I will sue you. Just a friendly warning. That is not how the law works.
That's at least a little different from what I thought. I thought he had come flat out and said, hey, if you fucking mention the fact that I was on Catch a Predator, you're fucking done.
No, he said to me, I'm going to sue you if you use my likeness or name in anything negative. So if I make a video saying, oh man, this guy's a fucking great human being, he loves kids.
A little too much.
He really, really loves kids.
Really likes kids, like a lot.
Wait. I got you. Okay, can I get away with saying something on your live stream here?
Oh yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Rob Feinstein. I have no fucking clue who you are. I have never watched any of your shit. I've never heard of you. I don't do wrestling stuff. But if you have in fact touched a child, I'm going to laugh at you when you get or try to touch a child even. I'm going to laugh at you when you get exposed for it. And more importantly, everybody is going to support V in his endeavor. Because you don't try to fuck kids, Robert Feinstein. You don't try to fuck kids, Robert Feinstein. I don't know if you were on To Catch a Predator. V says so. And I trust V.
Then it must be.
But I haven't seen the clip.
must
But
be
if
true
you
as V
have,
said it.
I just gotta tell you, Robert Feinstein. Robert Feinstein. You don't fuck kids.
You should not do it.
Yo, V,
Don't do it.
I think it was 13.
You know what? Wait. I'll pretend I have something even better.
Yep, Robert, it's
No one knows how to pronounce anyone's name.
I
This
am
is
a
how
very,
ignorant they
very
are.
Small man. You can see me right now. You are something to do with wrestling, which I assume means you have some side to you.
not so much actually.
It turns out you tried to fuck a kid. You'll have to pay for me to travel there. I'm very, very poor. But I will fight you in the fucking ring.
You're gonna have to pay for me to come out to you, but then I will kick your ass.
Exactly. Pay to get your ass beaten.
So he
Tried to fuck a kid. It's the least you can do.
He sent me that message, and then I responded, "That's a cute tactic, but I'm very well educated on the law and what is and isn't legal. Can you say the same?" And then he responded with, "I guess you'll find out." So before I could write my next response, he fucking blocked me. he wrote to me, I was going to write, hey, Robbie, it's not slander if it's sure sweetums, and you don't want to play with games with me because I'm not a 13-year-old boy. Which is what the decoy was.
LOL. Specifically, he said 18.
Yeah, and his line, his most famous line in the To Catch a Predator chat was, 14, LOL. I'll pretend you said 18.
Really?
Oh, and it's great, dude. You just wait till this video comes up because I have the chat log in there, and it's fucking fantastic. Like he's in there like bragging that he's a wrestler and talking about how it's really just weird shit.
Can you send me a link to?
Oh, absolutely.
The To Catch a Predator episode. Like, I'll wait until yours is out, but.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
I got some shit to say.
I might actually put some of this in there, but thus far it's been pretty fucking good. It's been a really good episode of SIJW. I find that people like my videos when I'm more of a dick, so I'm able to be more of a dick when it's somebody who's more deserving. Like, if somebody tries to touch a kid, there's nothing I can't say about them because, everything I do say they're deserving of. So I don't feel bad about it.
And see, I have been operating the exact opposite way. Basically, because if it was a really serious topic, I'd take it more up front, right? I wouldn't attack the people so much as the actual issue involved. From this point on, and I've got something I'm working on about Amos E right now. There's no point fucking arguing with these people and debunking the shit they said because it's been done 1,000 times. It's been done by people smarter than any of us. And more importantly, you're not going to convince these types of people of anything. What you want to do when you're going after these people is just broadcast their fucking opinions and point out what a fucking piece of shit they are. I mean, definitely tear apart the points they make. But don't try too hard because you don't need to.
It's a hard.
Now, when it comes to fucking Amos E shit with 10-year-olds there's various studies and shit you can pull up. But it's much easier to say, cunts, look, we've done the studies. You've all seen the fucking studies because every time pedophiles come out with this bullshit, people come in to disprove them because that's what you do when somebody's wrong. It's so much easier to say, cunts.
Pedophiles to be outed and never respected. I don't think he should be.
Exactly. It's supposed to be.
Anybody that walks him with over and arms is just as bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really weird. He's able to still make money off of his run. It's just weird. But I love this. In the comment section here, we have, he couldn't even get a grown man if he offered him a full run of ROH DVDs. He would have been passed around for cigarettes if he'd gotten jail time. Know who really loves kids? Kinko the Clown. All from
I have no idea who Kinko the Clown.
Yeah, I don't know who Kinko is either.
Well, the clown who allegedly diddles kids.
Oh, fucking Kinko. Same fucking thing goes for you. Meet me in the ring.
Meet me in the ring, Kinko.
I'll fight any pedophile.
Oh, dude, that's what we should be doing. We should be getting, like, a pedophiles, like, wrestling federation together and just having...
No, we should not.
No, but hashtag
literally every other non-pedophile. I'm sure, literally maybe the wrong word. There might be a couple exceptions.
We have an Ethiopian child on a pole match.
It is anti-pedophile.
The winner gets free tickets to round trip to Thailand for a week.
Yeah, you know what? It's not bad for anybody that can convince a pedophile to get into the ring with anybody who doesn't like pedophiles. So that is the legal fight. According to that.
Fuko.
I will pay for it, and I will pay for you to fly down and watch it.
Well, Joe Buttafuoco did boxing a couple times, so that's, I mean...
Yeah, but Joey Buttafuoco didn't fucking pedophile. He wasn't being a pedophile. That's
He was 15.
What?
Oh, shit, Amy Fisher is 15?
Yes, no, 16. I think 16.
Oh, I don't know. I thought she was a grown-ass woman. Never mind.
Then what the fuck was it about then?
Dude, don't worry, because in a couple weeks, there's going to be a full video on Joey Buttafuoco and Amy Fisher.
That's awesome. That's going to bring back memories.
All the best memories. I'm trying to take this channel in as many directions as I can.
If you touch that, you must bring Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan into that.
Oh, why does that sound familiar?
It's so fucked up because Tanya Harding ended up blowing up because of that, and then she became like a pop figure for a while. Pretty much it was the ice skating girls. And Nancy Kerrigan had the chance of winning the fucking... Yeah. Why? Yeah, exactly that.
Isn't there a fucking comedy coming out about that too?
Tanya Harding ended up becoming like a comedian or some shit behind that. Like she does. Well, I know for a while she was doing like fucking YouTubes and all shit like that, like podcasts, TV shows. She was always on that show, Dumbest Criminals. Like she was one of the people on the panel all the time. Like she ended up becoming famous after she did her jail time for that.
These are the dumbest YouTubers I've ever heard in my life.
Icon and such shit. That's what I'm saying. It's fucked up because
underage by a year in NYC.
What's that?
It was underage by a year in NYC.
Underage by a year.
Amy Fisher, like during the Joey Buttafuoco thing.
Oh, copy. I thought we're still chatting about the fucking Nancy Kerrigan.
But Chris Banks thinks that's legal, though. 16 in New York. He said that last show.
These are all unfamiliar names to me.
Okay, well, we have really ridiculous...
I assume you're speaking like wrestling shit.
No. This is all news events from like the 90s.
Oh,
yeah, the ones that have nothing to do with this.
They still don't know what they're talking about, even though it's news from the 90s.
Well, at least when I was very young.
Damn, what the fuck? You're 17 or something?
Yeah, I know the name Joey Buttafuoco. I have no idea who it connects to. The other names never heard.
It's a dude who's married, had kids, and then he started fucking a 16-year-old, and the 16-year-old took a gun to his wife's head. And she lived.
Shot her right in the face.
And she lived. And they're all alive on the tail, all of them. None of them are in jail right now. I think that they deserve time.
Including the two people that weren't, or that were criminals for other. The one who was fucking a child, and the one who shot somebody in the head.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they both did jail time.
Yeah, but the kid did.
Oh, they're out. They're out.
No, they're out now. Yeah.
Yeah. The girl only did a year.
Only did a year. Probably because she found some way to reason. Yeah,
what happened?
Me.
What's crazy is that the woman who got shot reasoned with the judge, like, and wrote him a note or something along those lines, and was able to get her out. And then she...
all misinformation. Again, I'm going to stop that and get right into the Rob Feinstein video because it's so disturbing and disgusting. So let's just go to that right away.
You are a pervert. You are a pervert. You are a pervert. Don't deny. That's right.
We're not going to give his shit any more than it needs. All right, going to just fast forward through just a little bit. Let's see where we could go with this. Here we go.
Bunch. Here's a link to him. You arrested.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back just a little bit further. because he made a cartoon into it, thinking that that makes it legal.
Hey, what's up? You're hot. Thanks. You got pics? Here, I got a bunch. Here's a link to them. You a wrestler? Yepers. Where are you right now? Where I can't. This isn't grammar. Where you are now? At my dad's. You got a car? No, I don't get my license for 2 more years. Okay. OMG, you are so cute. Yeah, but I never got a boyfriend. Why? It's hard, and I don't want no one to know. Well, you're like me. I'm super straight acting and don't like gay guys. I like straight acting guys. Me too. But you're old and can go meet people. Not that old. How old are you? 23. He was really 31 at the time. Yeah, but that's older than me, and you can drive and drink. I'm 14, and no one ever wants to see me because they say I'm jailbait, but I can't meet guys my age because they might tell guys at school. Damn, 14. See? I'll pretend you said 18.
You formed a ring of honor, and what a joke that is, because what would somebody like you know about honor? The evidence against you is staggering, and even if you illegally were able to slip through the cracks, realistically, no one is buying your bullshit. Even you're not good at selling it. I mean, no wonder you never made it in the business. You're no good at selling. And Rob, your excuses don't hold up. They make no sense. They hold zero merit. Wait, and your excuse is that ROH was trying to ruin you? It was a ploy by them? How did they get a hold of your instant messenger? You're shooting yourself into a work here, pal. Maybe the story would fly with those kids that you're trying to fuck, but anyone here with an adult functioning brain knows that your story makes about as much sense as something thought up by somebody on the GFW creative team.
Did you, live with your boyfriend? Yeah, he lived here for 2 years. Sucks he's gone, missing to death. We got into a fight over something stupid. So, you guys stayed in the same bed all the time? He never worked, ever. No, next to mine. Only a few times. He was an odd one. Super closet case. Long story. He said he could not be gay with me anymore. Plus, I wanted him to get a job. Job. Or either, really. I spent like $10,000 on him in 2 years. Easy. You want to be like boyfriends? I gotta get to know you. Plus, you're 14. I would be a great friend. Maybe more. Who knows? Don't worry. I don't sound gay.
And Rob, let me make this clear. Nobody cares that you're in the closet. We're concerned you locked yourself in there with a child.
I look 18. I can buy smokes. You're so adorable. Damn, you're a little 40 minutes from me. You got a job? Wrestling is my job. You get paid for it? Yeah. Damn, that's way cool. You shave your hair on you? Yeah, all the time. I love being smooth. And you? Do you kiss or don't do that? I tap too. Lots of guys I talk to on here said they don't. Okay, guess you're busy. No, I was sending you a pic, and when it downloads it locks me and I can't type. I'm only talking to you. Do Pete's know you're gay? A few friends that I sit. I think he means a few friends that is it, but these skeptical people aren't too great at grammar.
Do you feel losing Rob will at all be a detriment, though? No.
Sadly, the case was deemed to be a bit too close to entrapment, so Rob went free on this crime. This was before TCAP included police in their sting, so he kind of just bolted out of there like he was Wally West. Feinstein used loopholes to get him out of legal troubles, but we, the jury of his own peers, shouldn't allow this pervert to continue to use whatever swing he has in wrestling for you to profit off it in any way, shape, or form. Luckily, ROH was smart enough to remove themselves from him, and more so over him from them. He's a dirtbag human, a waste of space, and overall should be exiled from any intelligent society. Really. Not sure.
Hey, doesn't Feinstein own the material that's on the screen?
Here, I'll show you stuff. Yeah, I'm at the mall. So do you wrestle them? Yeah. What's your name on there? I don't think I've seen you. Rob. I'm not in WWE. He's something else. PWG. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla is based on the West Coast. And Rob does not work for or own them. So, do you butt fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to know if it hurts. It's okay. I used to fear it. And I'm scared to do it. I only did it 4 times. It rocks, but it has to be with the right person and all. It don't hurt for the first minute, and nothing. What are you looking to do?
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? He's asking you if butt fucking hurts, and you're
Is
really
this
asking what
legal
he's trying
just
to do?
because
This is
he
Rocket
put
Rob. He's trying to
voices
build a
of
fucking
Rick and
rocket.
Morty to the conversation? Because
Just
it's still the same transcript. So, you know, whoever owns it owns it. And he doesn't.
What is that shit?
So,
Hey there,
I don't
what
know.
are you trying to do?
He thinks it's not against the law, but in some way it is.
You're a
This
creepy
is.
fucking guy. Creepy.
I want more than just getting sucked and running. I mean, I want to like kiss and like see stuff. I want to be alive. I am alive. Alive, I tell you. Oh, you can come here like tomorrow, because they be gone. Maybe I will. I would def kiss you. That would be hot. You're so hot. Thanks, man. So are you for real? What's your name? I'm Brandon. Well, what's yours? Rob. Wait, that link you sent me to said Rob, like Rob owned the wrestler. Yeah, I do. But I don't know you yet. And really am scared to tell you everything about me. Did you see the one group pic with everyone? Notice how I'm in the middle of the pic. They all work for me. They all work for me.
And this isn't an isolated incident either. Rob is constantly doing shady shit. Like when he bought a bunch of Roddy Piper paintings.
Yeah, like he would know because he knows Rob personally too.
After death. Allegedly, Piper signed these right before his death.
Now you can prove all this. What am I asking? Of course you can. We have witnesses. Grissom signature is perfectly legit.
Now, mind you, he didn't even know who Rob Feinstein was until he started talking to me. And that's what a mark this kid is. He went after Rob Feinstein because he had beef with me. Not because he's a friggin' pedophile. Or alleged pedophile, excuse me.
What did Rob say? They will pass the forgery test. Not they are real. They will pass the forgery test. Listen, I made sure I got the best forger out there, man. All right, these things, let me tell you, they're gonna pass. He assured me that these are legit as they're gonna get. Unless you wanna grab the corpse over there, you know. When called out on his shit, he claimed he showed that they weren't forged by showing the original unsigned prints that he claimed stole. To my knowledge, he still hasn't done that, and instead opted to delete the photos altogether, stating that they caused too much drama.
Rob Feinstein knows a lot of wrestlers personally, always has since he's a child.
It's the photos that are causing the drama.
What's the questioning here?
Circulating around one person, but it's not their fault ever, like none of the time. It's strange. It's almost like it's complete bullshit. Well, I know that.
It's almost like it's none of your business. And let's see what this is evolving to. Why did you even bring Rob Feinstein up? Let's see.
Been paid by you, or otherwise have worked around you, and collectively, all but one has said that you were a self-centered, cash-obsessed, worthless little piece of shit.
Well, which one? Well, which one didn't say that? We're getting to something?
Oh, names. Who's the name? All those people that have to know names because if they don't hear names, they think the story's fake. So now I'm going to name names and I'm going to have everybody sit there and defend him all. Oh my God, he's such a good boy. It's he would never do something like that. He's a God-following man. I wouldn't even say his name. It's not even worth it. Mr. RF. This is an ad for Project Manager.
Not sure what happened there, but just going to skip the ad so that we can continue where we were.
Walks up to the table with like 10 t-shirts for Eric Bischoff, just drops them on the table. I am two people away from Bischoff. And Amy's in the middle, and then me. And I'm like staring at him, staring at him, staring at him. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play it cool. And be like, all
Well,
right,
I wonder
yo,
if V
got
owns
you,
that
bro.
ECW footage there.
You know, no. Oh, you're all wrong. I've never officially met him. He's never officially introduced me. Oh. I walked up to him one convention when he had One Man Gang, and I asked him if I could have a card signed. And he said, yeah. And I said, does anybody you want for me? You want to get? I brought back one of everybody I had. Say thank you. That was it. But to me, that's the proper way. Right. He doesn't respond when I said that. So I turned to April Hunt and I was like, is this fucking guy for real? And she starts laughing. She's like, I think so. Battery's death. And I was like, yo, bro, Rob. Fire picks up his head. He looks at me like, yo, dude, I got you. Don't worry about it. No problem. And he goes, oh, thanks. And he just continues to do his job. What the? Not like, oh, dude, sorry. My bad. You know, I got this guy at my table. Would you like anything? I mean, some people play things differently.
Well, I wish I could use my ECW footage so easily.
Really pisses me off.
I guess Veetard has a stronghold on this material.
You know, when he does his shoot videos, when other people bring them in, he gets in touch with them at the hotel. He does shoot videos at the hotel.
Yes, what everyone
While
does.
someone else is dying. That's why he did that with me. That's all I brought it.
You have any idea what you're talking about? Yeah, Dusty. No. Kiss on Dusty.
Oh, isn't this Rob Feinstein's owned video from RF Video? Oh,
You don't know what I mean.
Veetard must think that he owns it. Because here it is.
Go ahead.
So then I proceeded to see how far I could go with him because before I got in the pool, he showed me a scrapbook that had pictures of him and me from autograph sessions from probably 1986 and up. He was like 13, 12, 11. And from, I mean, I'm not talking about autograph sessions with Polaroids that he got like when I walked out of the building that I don't even remember. And we're talking, it was at least 30 Polaroids in there.
Wow.
But when he met me, he had them on dated and stuff. A couple I had signed that I guess went to one of those, autograph sessions. But he looked like a kid. Anyway, so I get in the school, so I'm thinking to myself, oh, he's loved me for a long time. I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to make things stuff. So I get into school, I get naked. I am sitting in school naked. The lights are on, music's on, things get heated. I try to get him to come in the pool, and I don't want to come in the pool. So then when I decide to get up, I just stop right up, and I go, you give me a towel, why not better just put the towel around, right? Mm-hmm. So then I'm like, okay, well, where are we going to go sleep? He goes, oh, let's go upstairs, and he takes me upstairs, and I'm like, whose room is that? He goes, oh, that's my roommate over there, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so we get in his bed, and, we started kissing and stuff, and then, went a little further, and I'm like, trying to find out why. Because usually, Jim Kelly is Bill, I just start kissing him, and he has an accident in his pants, So I'm wondering why this marks for me for 10, 12 years is one. And he doesn't drink. He didn't do anything that night. He couldn't blame it on alcohol.
And he wasn't on any cough syrup? He wasn't drinking any cough syrup?
No, nothing. Nothing like that. And, I wasn't a blowing, but after the limp thing, I was thinking to myself, and the way he acted, I was thinking he was probably gay. So I said, listen, you got to get a condom, okay? And you got to get it hard to get a condom. Come on, I want to. Come on, God, Rob. I'm really working it up. Mm-hmm. But then he pulls out. The only condom he had in the drawer was some, human condom that's black. And I guess it was, supposed to be an extra large. He kept trying to put it on. He got semi-hard-on, and it kept falling off his penis. So basically, we ended up not having sex at all. I woke up the next day and took me to the train station. So after that, I told a couple of people the stories, and then me and Christy missed. But then he started fooling around with Christy Miss, the porn star.
Right.
And that made me, I'm like, thank God I never screwed him, right?
Right.
Then she's the one that told me there was something weird that him and his roommate acted like a husband and wife the way they talked to each other. And he told me the reason why they broke up is because Christy was into doing a lot of cocaine and stuff like that. So I don't know if they ever screwed around either. Or I don't know, maybe they did a three-way. Who knows? Christy, I don't really ask about what she does, not on film, but in her personal life, because it's just about the same. So I kept calling him when he did that little gimmick with the wings, like the fairy gimmick. I was like, that is so perfect for you because you're gay. And I call him gay boy all the time. He talks about the black condom and how he couldn't get it up.
Right.
So then he kept, we're talking, I only did that one time. And he went on at least 12 different internet shows saying how I was the best, how I was the worst sex he ever had in his life. First off, I was probably the only woman he ever came close to having sex with. And he probably doesn't even know what having sex with what a woman's like. Even though he showed me a couple pornos of him doing this one Chinese girl from behind. But she wasn't putting him over. She had her glasses on. She was just kind of like, because I think maybe that was a hooker. I don't know. And
I wonder if V owns this material.
From behind, he's in the camera doing thumbs up and a gimmick.
Someone should
thing.
ask Missy Hyatt if she knows Veetard.
Thing on him. And I'm like, God, they're friggin' 3 days late and $1 short on that one. He had a roommate that was, 17 years old?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
17 years old. I think that's called, not sexual battery, but sexual deviancy.
Yeah, something like that. And plus, you got to be careful. Also,
I think it's called not child molestation, but it's called endangering a child. It could be child molestation too.
What about statutory rape?
Very good,
He was
Missy.
propositioning the minor because some of the emails was, "I want to F you really bad, and when I get a hold of you, ooh, it's going to be so good." So that is solicitation to have sex with a minor.
And my favorite is when you go around and you're like, guys, I think if you actually knew me, it was fine. No. Nobody wants to know you.
Now we got to sit through his
creepy
lines being read that he rehearsed so hard. I didn't realize that the first half of the video the volume was turned down, which is probably safe for me because I don't want to get in trouble overusing it.
Why does he look
because
like
this
the
isn't an
missing
issue
member
between
that
me
nobody
and
gave a
Rob.
fuck to try to find? Coming up
Although
in
he
here
made
with
it one.
Malcolm in the middle looking ass trying to seduce Jimmy Neutron. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Look at that obvious red line. That's why you're wearing glasses, so that you could read your lines. And that doesn't even do you any help. You still don't read your lines good.
Like vintage Michael Cole.
Go rehearse some more.
Shelling out brands and endorsements. You're trying to diddle kids. But just because you have the mindset of a child doesn't mean that it's all right to try to pursue a relationship with one. I know the phrase goes pick on someone your own size, but Robbie, you were talking about your height size, not your size. You look like the type of guy that I make videos about.
This was Rob when he was a teenager. We all hung around the same group of people, the Wrestling Radio fan club, and that's how Rob has a lot of these pictures. We have a lot of the same pictures.
That's like a 1 in a million. How does that happen, right? Man, the world must really be against you, Rob. ROH, fate, everything plays against you. You are a victim here. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise.
Man, we're not giving up. We've all put too much in this company right now to give up because of something that had nothing to do with Ring of Honor, and the individual involved is no longer with Ring of Honor anymore in any way, shape, or form, or our video for that matter. You're talking about is B. Rob Feinstein, NBC.
I wonder if Veetard owns this footage.
A lot about that on the internet.
of everything's been reported and such, what do you feel has been the overall? Are you pleased or disappointed, should I say, about the coverage and the progression and the how the media have basically handled the situation?
Well, I mean, it's just a terrible situation, and there's nothing pleasing or good that can come out of it. So we're just handling it the best that we can right now. Rob is no longer with either Ring of Honor or RF Video. We got the legal papers today. We're going to make them public this week, so people will see that he is indeed gone from both companies and not benefiting from either company or any way, shape, or form. And people just have to be assured that none of their money is going to him. And if they are, I believe that they'll come back and support us. But it's just a matter of people understanding that he is no longer associated or benefiting from either company anymore.
Are you still friends? How did you actually find out about the whole situation?
He called me Wednesday morning.
You look at that picture.
About a half an hour before I was even supposed to wake up.
And here we go again with this ad thing.
I knew I had an hour.
They are really
or so
kidding
of
with
grace
this, huh?
before withdrawals.
We're not sitting through ads. We're already sitting through this.
He said he had something to tell me. I asked him what. He said I can't discuss it over the phone. Just come into the office. So I basically jumped out of bed, hopped in my car. I knew no one died because he would have told me that over the phone. And I knew it was really bad, and I knew nothing would ever be the same. And I got to the office, and he basically told me what happened. And a lot of the guys have come out, and Samoa Joe, Chris Daniels, CM Punk, Dan Moss, Loke. I mean, they've come right out and said, we believe in this project. We've given a lot to Ring of Honor. We're not about to give up on it, but we don't want Rob involved at all. And if he is, we're not gonna be around.
I would call you scum, but then I feel like I would be mislabeling so many hardworking scumbags out there. And with the rise of the internet, Robbie, you'll only find more trouble to get into and less places to run and hide when it's all said and done. Why, right before I decided to record this video, Robbie decided to contact me upon hearing through the grapevine
And here we
that I
go
was
again
making this video.
for this
And
same
what did he
story
do?
again with this.
Whatever you plan on doing, I hope you make a lot of money from it, because if you use my name, likeness, or anything else in a negative fashion, I will sue you. Just a friendly warning.
He already said it in
That's
his
a
own
cute
voice,
text,
by the
but
way.
I'm very well educated on the law and what is and isn't legal. Can you say the same? I guess you will find out. Hey, Robbie, it's not slander if it's true, sweetums. And you don't want to play games with me, because I'm not a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, you notice how that message
Well, he
didn't send?
did what any smart man would do, and he threatened
See the
legal
little
action.
blue arrows?
And let me
It
be
means
honest
it
with
didn't
you,
send.
it does not shock me that this
Fuck
man
that.
does not understand the law, being that he was on fucking To Catch a Predator. Wow, Rob, it really shocks me that you wouldn't understand the law. With everything that we've said here today, you seem like a perfectly reasonable gentleman. And Rob, by the way, if you want to threaten me again, make sure it's not idle next time. Next time, actually have some legitimacy to it. See, now the thing about slander, Robbie, is, and I know that you're going to have a hard time with this one, but it's not slander if it's true. Yeah.
Oh, you need to learn the
So
definition,
I
asshole.
guess that would
Ah.
mean there's two things that you can do: nothing and get over it. Oh, and most importantly, and hey, if I can, just not even legal, but just from like one guy to another. All right, if I could just give you a little piece of advice, play me out, Frank Reynolds.
We do not diddle kids. Do not
Oh.
diddle kids.
Does
No
Veetard
diddling kids.
own this
It's
show
kind
too?
of strange that a guy who runs
Hmm.
scathing shoot interviews is trying to silence me. Really makes you think of how fucking stupid this is. And first off, a big thank you to Rob Feinstein. You made this video so easy to make. Your
Feinstein,
videos are easy to
by the
find,
way.
and your stupidity is really out there to exploit. So I want to thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thanks for the content. I mean, really, I can't thank you enough. You know, you get a bad rap, but you're a good dude. You're a good dude. I can tell. You're a good guy. Except for you know, the old child fucking. That you could do without. It'd be better if you tried not doing that. And now that I've really said and thought this over, I can't help but wonder if the one person who told you about all this,
Here it
the
comes.
person who went out of their way to alert you to the fact that I was making this video, I can't help but wonder if their name rhymes with Angel Amoroso. You see, because it's really funny, because she always talks about you in you know, your good qualities. She always said good things about you. She said that she was friendly with you and whatnot. It might not be her. Probably is. She was one of the few people who knew. Probably is. Might not be, though. I will admit that. Might not be. But I find it really weird, her friendship with you, considering that she seems to be so against pedophilia, when meanwhile, you were on record for trying to solicit a 14-year-old. It was weird. It's almost like it's almost like there's logic there that doesn't add up. But I know that wouldn't be the case with you guys. You guys are pretty soundproof on the logic aspect of life. You guys got things locked down.
Yeah.
Well said.
It's like a person who defends pedophiles and then also,
don't forget to like and
for
subscribe.
some reason, defends them.
Rob Feinstein
defends them. I don't know. He's for them. He's against them. He just does stories about them to get attention, seems like. Oh, 80 comments. Oh, are we going to go there right now? Okay, Spider Zero said, "Goddamn, another pedo busted." As if this is a new story, by the way. This story was out a long time ago, and no one ever touched it. And V only touched it because he, you know, wanted to be spiteful to me in some way. V says, "Pedo Busters coming soon to a YouTube screen near you." Dan M says, Feinstein almost ruined ROH single-handedly. Thank goodness for Carrie Silkin for saving the company. It's probably Carrie Silkin, right? I'm sure. Joseph Johnson said, Dan M, too bad he didn't. We would have had the bullshit that's going on now in WWE today. Matt F said, say what you want about Missy, but have to respect her, honestly. She just cuts to the chase. I'm sure he meant. Master Knowledge says, and Matt F, on God, you gotta respect how upfront she is. Yeah, respect how upfront Missy is. Missy's never been anything but upfront. Sonny Muffin says, I'm not saying I dislike Rob Feinstein, but if he was to get hit by a bus, I would be driving it. Okay. V says, I'm not saying that I endorse what you're saying, but I will say that I will testify in your favor. Nathan Russo says, Sonny Muffins, I never laughed so hard in months. Serrano Crimson says, Sonny Muffins, that made me laugh out loud. Holy shit. Daniel Tinker says, I can't do it with the Rick and Morty voiceovers. Just can't. And I agree with that. Brandon Roberts says, hey, you want to have slurp sex Morty? Oh, gee, Rick, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Old Samuel Tape Trader Rick. S Ninja says, you're welcome. Oh, God. When you said build a rocket to get off Pedophile Island, I legit almost cried laughing. This is because these people don't get enough comedy in their life. Apu says, Rob was never convicted, but neither was O.J. Simpson. Doesn't mean O.J. didn't do it. LOL. Rat Rod Ron says, Rob has that resting predator face. And V says, the man looks like he's made for an orange jumpsuit. Tony Elliott says, I'm against pedophiles as long as they're high profile. I can get money and they're not actually pedophiles. But that Feinstein fella, he's a good egg. Danger Zone Production says Michael Jackson was never convicted either. Mr. Jacobs says, give them hell, V. Unless they're Mick Foley. Grungo Fungi says, also RF, video shoots are a perfect example of how little integrity wrestlers have. Anything for a paycheck. They're people telling their story for money. Oh, that's such an unheard concept with you YouTubers. Ken9284 says, a Jew pedophile? Damn. Not my words. Ken9284's words. A Jew pedophile? Damn. Wyatt Mann says, IKR, I don't know what that means. That has to be the first instance of that happening in the world. Just a tad racist there, buddy. Matt Killam says, those Rick and Morty impressions are spot on. Mongolian Chop says, I was in a private chat with people who knew him at the time, including a few wrestlers. I won't name names. And they all mentioned how creepy and weird he is in real life, including a story involving a black condom and a pool. Then just 2 to 3 hours later, this story breaks. Yeah, well, I know a story about a girl who took a shit in his pool, but you don't see me friggin' talking about it. Rich Affinito says, Mongolian Chop, why wouldn't you name names? It's YouTube. None of us are going to harass them. Of course, because I did to YouTube. Why would you harass people? I'm willing to bet you made it up. This was in 2004-ish, and I don't think I can even remember them aside one person who is losing out long out of the industry. Excuse me. One is a ref now. I'll go as far as that. Bill Alfonso. Black Heart says, why use a great and beautiful thing, Rick and Morty, for such terrible human beings? I would have to agree with that because it adds to the hilarity that this moron's trying in vain to explain himself, the moron being Feinstein. Rat Rob Ron said, how did he get RF video back? I'm assuming MV will answer this. Money makes people awful forgetful. Now, V's answering that like he knows the details of the story and he's, you know, just answering questions here. Andrew Kruzesi, whatever, says, man, I'm mad that I bought his videos back in the day. Yeah, I bet you still have them, though. Andrew Kramer is a dickhead and says, well done, sir. This guy's always got, like, something to say snide about me. But Blast says, what are your memories of? Well, obviously, their memories don't go back too far to remember that this is an old fucking story. The king of pop culture says, RF was never gone from ROH or RF video. He was a silent partner after the incident. Gabe and Rob were friends, which I know is true. Carrie Silkin was the person who hated Rob. That statement that was made, the fans would never support ROH knowing he was still involved, was the biggest lie. He was still involved, and they never fired him from RF video. It's now 2018, and he puts on conventions at the old ECW arena with half of the stars that said would never work for him again, including his last one in January that he had Missy Hyatt on. And yeah, those run right, like, not too far from where I am. The landmine lieutenant says, bruh, you look like a bootleg bounty hunter. Brandon Roberts says, Rob Feinstein, the Kevin Spacey of wrestling. Old Samuel says, you know the joke that wrestling is gay. Well, it's true, and more than one promoter asks favors from wrestlers. Whoever this guy is, he needs a fucking smack in the mouth. Social Injustice Warrior says, hashtag not all wrestling promoters. Like he knows any wrestling promoters to even know whether or not that comment is true. Trench Digger 59XZY says, oh, Sammy, seriously, that's warped and fucked. But everything on here seems to be. So what comes as a surprise there? Serrano Crimson says, well, RF video used to have some kick-ass shoot interviews back in the day. The early 2000s ruled. Sidebar, during a shoot with Raven, he brought up a supposed three-way with porn star Christy Miss, so I guess in his mind that turned him gay. Okay. James Fabiano says, Rob was nice to me, but can be a jerk ass on top of everything else. He blocked my friend for saying Kevin Von Erich looked really old at his HOF years back, that he's another who will turn a blind eye to his pro wrestling buddies who were also abusive to fans. Mike N says, I wondered what happened to Smangel, referring to me, because now Veetard has everyone believing that I went to Rob to tell him that V was making a video about him. Andrew says, Missy is brutal. Mr. Self-Destruct says, I wonder what happened to the guy. Love the videos. Sierra Townsend said, did you just run Rick and Morty for me? Yeah, he did. Just to put himself over and make himself a video. Cody Hunter says, you're the neo-Nazi Chris Hansen. And he says, I'm just bald. I never had any of the Nazi party. I don't know. And then Watson's Funhouse says, damn you, Schmangel. Another one who believes a made-up lie. A lie. Alexander whatever says, somebody with a surname that ends with Stein was accused of being a perverted scumbag. Blown High Spot says, love your stuff. So obviously they got bad taste. Rich Dinito says, awesome video. Tons of information. I didn't know about this situation before your commentary. I'm sure it's probably one of V's fake accounts that he makes to put himself over. Tyler Houston, Rick and more. Okay. Gons14 says, it always amazes me. No one ever calls Rob out. I'll pretend you said you're 18 Feinstein on pedo busts, even in interviews that are not RF videos. Grungo Fungi says, from personal experience, Rob is a creep big time. Ask Jim Kentner, who is also a creep. He used to sell other people tapes as his own show. I remember getting a tape that was recorded over an extended play about 10 times. Easy, Eric Kelly from CCW was his butt buddy. Now this Grungo Fungi just called Eric Gargiulo Rob Feinstein's butt buddy, insinuating that Eric Gargiulo, is gay when Eric is married with now I believe on his third child. So fucking shame on you, asshole. Thorne Johnson says, yeah, the reason why Rob Feinstein never got arrested is because he's a member of the wrestling Illuminati. Pedophiles like Rob, Kevin Spacey, and Jimmy Savile cover and protect each other because all these are Freemasons. These guys have connections like Jimmy Savile being friends with the royal family. Well, moving on. Okay, Cybertaz says, is this the reason why Angel's bumps and post-credit announcements are censored or completely omitted currently? Well, they're actually not omitted currently. As I said, they were just omitted like a month ago. He just altered them to make my voice sound worse and to make me look like an asshole. Joseph Burns said, I didn't like his shoots much after this and stopped watching and listening to all his videos altogether. Travis McDonald said, whenever a wrestler passes away, Feinstein wastes no time shilling interviews or any other piece of merchandise associated with them ASAP. Allegedly, he forged Roddy Piper's signature on some posters after his death. Yeah, well, it already went over that in the video. People believe everything that they hear. Mike Perry says, and wrestlers still do interviews with the guy. Shame how most of the wrestling industry have no morals if they can make $1. Well, within the 80 comments that were made here, maybe one of them should try to take a look at V's morals and how he's trying to come off as some kind of Chris Hansen character, that he's so against pedophiles. And in the meantime, because I came out with my story, he went ahead and gang stalked me and my family. as you can see right here. You know, we're going to hit this list right here to just see if any other videos come up that I can review the comments of before I get into the next video. We just going to close that out there, and you know what? Sorry about this. It's not technical difficulties. It's just my kind of difficulties. Or when you have to wait like this. I'm just trying to get back to a video here. I'm going to lower this so that we don't have to listen to this friggin' nonsense. And we're going to get back to the video Angel versus Foley Director's Cut. Because I wanted to get to the comments under that video since we just put Rob Feinstein through it. Might as well play one of my own videos. Get back to the topic at hand like we're supposed to be doing. So here we go again. Be patient with me while I move through this bullshit list of slander. Be patient. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. Okay, there was the Rob Feinstein. And again, it says 7,000 views on it. So not too shabby there, Rob. You know what? Instead of going to the comments section, I'm just going to go to this next video. The Angel Amoroso saga continues. I'm going to pause this right here on this unknown prostitute and see. Okay, the Angel Amoroso saga continues, and something about some Ren person. I don't know, but let's take it to about 5 minutes or so. Let's see what we could do with this bullshit. Can't hear it?
Yep, I got it, Alan. The name for the show should be AAA, Affirmative Action Alan.
Now we can see Chris Banks on the screen and Black Friend Alan. I don't call him that, they do. And this girl here that decided from weeks before to now to, for some reason, dye her hair blue. And put her opinion in. She's some stripper from somewhere, I don't know, webcam, whatever.
Yeah, they charge too much for massages.
Well, that's because you're asking for happy endings.
That's getting just Bob.
Hey, you call it what you want. I call it proper
right? Have some respect for the art. I really thought I wouldn't have to tell that to you. All right, so here's a video that Patrick put up. Maybe this will help lead us into what we're going to be talking about.
At a recent book signing in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, a woman named Angel Amoroso accused children's author, professional wrestler, and rape counselor Mick Foley of sexually abusing her in 1990 when she was a 15-year-old child. Also alleges that not only Mick Foley, but other professional wrestling associates sexually abused her as a child from 1988 at age 12 until the 90s. Listen from a statement made in 1994 by Paul Heyman. She inadvertently admits that him and his professional wrestling associates sexually abused Angel as a child. That's how confident I am. And that's that little cramp that you're running around with. Will tell you straight out to your face. There's the number one groupie in the history of professional wrestling. They will tell you straight to your face that the only difference between her and a streetwalker is that a hooker actually gets paid for it.
Paulie,
Seriously, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something that's freaking wide.
Wow.
The WWE, Mick Foley, Reigns, the Rape and Incest National Network, and Paul Heyman have yet to make a comment.
So they've been going.
So wait, hold on. Vinny, do you think we're going to see Foley's bookstore appearance on the next season of Holy Foley? I just want to know.
Yeah, no, somehow I don't think that's going to be fun. Maybe not. But basically, she's been accusing a lot of people of this for a very long time. And I gave her a platform over here on the channel to say what she needed to say, say what she had to say about the situation. Overnight, because I didn't share a hashtag, I stand with Angel Amoroso, who basically was meant to condemn this guy and all these wrestlers for doing what she alleges that they did without her having any real proof of that, unfortunately, which, mind you, I understand in cases there's not always proof, let alone, over the years, but I personally can't condemn somebody without knowing what's going on.
I just don't
I
taken so long because it just happened when he's like, I understand that like victims, because unfortunately I was, a victim of sexual assault when I was 18.
Yeah.
And they don't want to come forward, they don't want to deal with it, but like, why would you wait so long if immediately when all these stories are coming to light? And a lot of these people are getting payouts to tell stories like this. Which just, to me, it just looks a little thin. I don't know.
Oh,
That's a lack waiting for you,
110%.
bitch.
And she, the person that you're seeing in the video, was actually the former co-host here. Also, somebody who had like a lot of time here, had a lot of time to air this. I gave her a platform and whatnot. She talked whatever she needed to talk. She brought it up incessantly, continually, all the time. Against all of her will.
And we've talked about this a lot. I understand. Like, everyone has their own. Nobody has a clock of when they should like say what happened to them. Everyone is their own thing and stuff. But in most stories where I hear people when they this comes out, they normally confront their accuser, or they make the accusation. And while yes, they do pursue it, they also live their life.
Yeah.
It feels like she's made this her entire new just life now to go after every single person who she is claiming did all these things to her.
The bigger problem is that it goes beyond her. Is that it's her own dealing, but now she's fucking more people into it. Her husband, her daughter, that kid who looks like a fucking raccoon. All of them are sucked into this vortex of fucking madness. It's like going down a rabbit hole. Like they said in the comments, it's like going further and further down the rabbit hole. So,
get out of it and stay out of it.
Absolutely. Let me just.
In 1994.
Nobody invited you in my hole.
20 years old.
Who said that?
According to her, she was 15.
I said I was 15 in 1994.
Also, here's the thing: is that I know rape victims, and they, for the most part, remember every detail, to a fault about what happened. Her story changed 4 to 5 times.
No, you changed my story.
That she was 12, and then it was that she was 13, and then it was that she was 15, and then it was that she was 12 to 15, and then it was like, oh, it was a consensual relationship. I was too young, so it was that. But then, now it's like, oh, he forced me. You don't change the story that many times if it was an actual event.
He changed the story.
Not to be a dick.
His friends changed the story.
Like I said last time, it just makes
what you're hearing right now
once it was 12, then
was what made
13, it was 14. And not only that, like I said before, earlier this year, and the gentleman that was on last time with the fucking movie theater voice, I forgot his name.
Chris Notarelli?
No, not the gentleman earlier today. The last time he spoke of this situation, that he was pulling up the facts as he was speaking about it, and earlier this year, she was posting pictures how much she loved Jim Cornette, how much she loved Eddie Gilbert.
I never said I loved anyone.
How much she loved this person, that person. And then a few months later, now you're accusing them of all these things. Like, but I think, like,
I was posting facts.
Before, like, I think what happened was she kept posting, I love this person, I love that person, I love this person. And her husband felt jealous some kind of way. And now it's like, oh, you love them? Like, no, I don't love them. They fucking raped me. So all of a sudden, her husband pushed the issue. And to make him happy, now all of a sudden, instead of her loving them, now she hates them and wants to accuse them of these things.
Another story made up by Chris Banks.
He's her hype man, pretty much.
Did you hear it?
He's the one that's putting it more out there than her.
So when you read it, you know where it came from.
I think it's because a lot of these
bitch, nobody cares what the fuck you think.
Say it like that because it's all alleged at this point. And like it's been said so far, there's not a lot of evidence. I mean, newspaper, especially like.
But you don't know this story. You don't know the history, and you're listening to a bunch of idiots tell you lies. So shut the fuck up, cunt.
People on the bus just for a few headlines and probably like maybe $20,000 loyal someone. Like.
Go put your eyelashes on straight.
It's a chance to be relevant. It's a chance of fame. It's a chance at maybe a payout. I know a lot of people have been talking about that. I think Don Tony, who's yeah. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, bring.
Well, the first thing I want to say, you always say this. I have nothing disparaging to say about Angel. She was on the show, my first appearance as a co-host, and the thing that is a little perplexing to me is that you've been nothing but good to this young lady with giving her, like you're giving the rest of us, a platform to be on these shows and promote herself, the videos and things like that. And I just find it a little coincidental and odd that now all of a sudden, once there's more hits on Angel Amoroso YouTube and her name is getting out there, that now all of a sudden it seems like the perfect time for her to come forward with the allegations as she's getting the notoriety again, and as you said more than one time, becoming more relevant. Now, the thing that Don Tony had said that I have to agree with is he had talked about the groupies when they're in their teens and early 20s are very enticing and everybody wants them around and the girls love that attention. But when they're in their 30s and 40s and up there even more, not so much. And then, feelings get hurt and maybe certain things start to change and then all of a sudden they want to be back with attention points on them. And, any form of abuse or anything I'm totally against. But I just don't understand, like Elliot said, or you guys had said something about how she was praising all these people and saying how great they were at a particular time, and now all of a sudden, anybody that's something you're going to go praise them or say anything great about them, they're always going to have resentment, hatred, and anger towards them. I have nothing against Angel. I just find the whole situation bizarre to me.
I mean, well, you know what? I that's mostly true, but like in the same sense, I was in a situation with somebody who I was intimate with, and
here's his bullshit story.
I wouldn't say they necessarily like raped me as I'm the one with the dick and whatnot, but like
let us
I
all
did have a
become
knife
victims right about now.
And it was not.
He wants to feel relevant in the situation, so he's going to call himself a victim now.
Well, yeah, no, I did definitely did that.
And by the way, I have not, I haven't wrestled since 2004, and I have not been around a wrestling crowd, so they can make up all the stories they want. People know what they know.
But when a female does it, it's like, oh, it's okay.
No,
it's not that it's okay. No, I would. Like, I personally don't think it's okay.
Like, so now their story is that I'm an old rat that's still around the business, but no wrestlers want me anymore. So I got my feelings hurt and made up these accusations to get everyone in trouble. That's their new lie now. I mean, I'm playing it so that you can hear it. So I hope that you're hearing it.
I said stop dressing like such a whore and then people stop touching you like that. You're asking.
I get paid to wear those fancy Speedos, okay?
Yeah. He's not fucking.
Now the stripper and fetish model wants to make comments that she doesn't know
gotta dish
anything
out some
about
kind of green
anything
every
about
time I see him,
wrestling
one way or
or
another.
this situation, and she needs to shut her fucking cunt hole.
I got stripper dust all over my face right now as we speak.
It'll make you sick. Keep it up. You'll get sicker.
Love litter.
That's from the freaking Christmas tree. That's right now. If I become sparkly and stuff, I don't know if he's had me on air, but I'm sure you can see me if I'm sparkly. It's from the Christmas tree. How do I flip the camera? It's from that.
I don't know why Chris Banks is his voice is so low.
I'm sticking to it.
Probably because none of them know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, so I'm not gonna have a Christmas tree this year because like my sister's going out of town, so my mom's like, "What the hell we need a Christmas tree for?" She's not even gonna
Wait, hold on. Black people celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, I thought you celebrate Kwanzaa.
No, those are Africans.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference.
I wanted to be Jewish this year, but I can't find my dreidel.
I thought you needed a menorah.
Fucking ignorant son of a bitch.
I like menorah.
No, menorah. It's like the like lamp that you use.
Oh, I have my Jew cap somewhere. I don't know where it's at though.
Jew cap? Did you Jew cap?
Let it play out.
Shalom.
Share this. All right, so.
Ah, you think I can speak Hebrew?
So this is supposed to be the Angel Amoroso saga continues.
So I received some really fine artwork.
Okay.
From
as
Angel's
you can
fans.
see, it says
you can't see.
Sammy Draven.
Is that a chicken fucking?
I'm apparently speaking about Mick Foley in high regards. And getting off to it.
And this is what he's making a show out of.
Wait, hold on. Over here, I am apparently me and Mick Foley are two dog toys, and we are fucking.
That's
hot.
He put it up in my group. I didn't take it down.
You know, I'm a little bit upset.
I don't censor
people.
people.
I would like to think that if I was gay, I could do a lot better than Mick Foley. No offense, I'm
a little bit upset because I think if that was to happen, you would be the pillow fight, not Mick Foley.
No, definitely not. They got it right there. I was actually going to compliment them on at least getting me right as the top. I appreciate it. We got some authentic.
Well, maybe you know this means you've made it. People are actually taking your face and putting it on stuff.
People are photoshopping dicks on my face. I've made it, Mom. Hollywood, here I come. Right there, actually. Right there. You know, okay, I have a question with this. Do you think I'm, like, am I stroking myself off, or am I stroking somebody off by my face in that picture? I'm confused with that. Because, like, if...
He should go ask his new bestie, Samir,
my dick's up to my shoulders.
Since he's the one who did it.
Pencil thin, so I'm kind of sad there. Yeah, definitely. Definitely need more girth there. Definitely lacking in that department. Over here we have apparently
for those in the chat, do you think Vinny is the top or the bottom?
I make videos humiliating people, so I would think that
he's
would
the bread, the sandwich, and the
least
spread. Anything you need.
All right, so over here, and this is why these videos were sent to me.
The
This is why this whole thing was sent to me, I should say. Last night, or a few nights ago, apparently Patrick Wall's Angel's husband went on a live stream, and because he doesn't know how to live stream from his own phone or whatnot, he
just got his own YouTube
or a different
with
laptop.
hundreds of videos on it, but he doesn't know how to stream, right?
My video.
Okay.
And then him and his wife watched and commented in the comment section.
New World Order of the Time at YouTube, by the way. If you'd like to go to my husband's YouTube account and see just how many videos he actually has.
She didn't want it no more. So
because they're in the first place. Because they're insane. Because they're fucking loony, dude. Because here's the thing. All of this right here is her talking to herself. That's first off.
And it wasn't me talking to myself. It was me talking to Samir.
Was the video
and now the
which, like,
comments are
Angel's
deleted.
On the channel insulting me. the video that I wrote for her, like I gave her
With
that
your
fucking
shitty
script,
lines. Yeah.
and she's like complimenting herself and patting herself on the back as if like, oh, I sure told him.
So the
What a
comment there
fucking
where it
idiot.
says, hugest mole ever. Never trust strangers. These are my lines. I'm a
I might as
fucktard
well
because
put my
I
hand
read
up
your
ass
stupid
and work
lines.
you as a puppet.
Said the wrong thing. That's sexual harassment.
Hugest mole
Well,
ever.
no, I metaphorically
He
speaking.
wrote that line,
It's not
did he?
metaphorical. I see that every day.
I would
your
not.
job, so I could see that every day.
I would not.
So he wrote the line, I couldn't because he's not and never could
Right,
be
also
and would be
here-
a wrestler.
Look, just
So
for
he
the
wrote
record,
that
we
for
don't
me to
hate
write
Angel.
on my
We don't
Facebook.
dislike Angel.
Doesn't add up.
Just for
I
the record.
find it funny, by the way. This is hilarious to me. And the more that they do this shit, the more I'm gonna broadcast it.
I
It's
didn't
fucking
do this.
funny.
Samir did this. I
I
didn't
like
do
to
this.
jerk off to picture of Mick Foley. That's, you know what? That's actually funny because that's actually close to what I was thinking. I was really thinking.
And it's
I
not
like to
too
jerk off
funny
to pictures
because
of
Samir does not know how to speak English
he
very
was
good,
close.
and he doesn't know how to spell
really
or
close.
speak.
Imagine having
So something always ends up looking
I
just
have a
really
really
stupid
tiny
because
dick.
he's stupid.
You know, this is actually factual. Not many people know this, but I suffer from a really
Well,
rare disease
it's nice that he could
causes
admit
me to have a really
that.
exceptionally small penis. And you know,
I guess.
I'm really upset about that. That hurts me.
A little dick with a long stroke.
What was that about?
Again, this guy is making a stream, and this is the Angel Amoroso saga, but he's
About the
showing
picture, it says
posts
you have a really, what it says?
that
I have a really,
Sammy Draven
really
made.
tiny dick.
I have
Yeah,
a really
dick
tiny
with a
dick.
long stroke.
That's what it says.
That I don't know. I guess he
Yeah, so
learned how to
hold
work.
As a matter of fact, let me say it a
some
little
kind
bit
of
louder so I
program
want to
of
make sure that everybody
Photoshop.
here. I have a really tiny dick. Is that good?
Not a good
No.
Is
Photoshop,
everyone-
but
Did I make it clear? Or is it a little bit louder?
Apparently, I have a shrimp dick or a pickle.
I mean,
in the next comments, you'll see Peter Sisko saying, I support Mick Foley and Angel Amoroso.
I don't think I have a turtle
which
dick.
I
No.
thought was one of the nicest comments out of thousands and
That's not
thousands that I
normal.
got
This
under
stream
any
is not
post.
normal. None of the people
And
in
this
here
was
are
in
normal.
response to Christopher Stevens being
I
a
don't think anybody would
two-face,
say yes to these if they
trying
were
to come on
fucking
my group talking
Over
like he's
here,
not talking about
we
me
actually
behind
have
my
Chris
back
Stevens,
with
who
me.
is a frequent watcher of the show and also a friend of Angel's through the
Not
show.
at all.
And he goes, not cool. He's looking at both sides, and V and Angel are friends. And at this point, I think we actually were still talking.
Not at all.
When Sammy
Check the
was
date.
making all these
November
very,
21st.
oh, by the way, top
Check
notch,
the date.
beautiful Photoshop jobs. Seriously, look
We were
into
still
look
friends.
into computers.
Seriously?
And
Check the
he
date
responded,
right there.
no, they're not. He supports Mick Foley. And that's also not true. I could listen. I could give a fuck less about Mick Foley. Mick Foley ain't did nothing for me. So fuck Mick Foley. But the thing is, I'm not going to condemn a dude unless I know all the fucking facts, and I don't. There's nothing. There's more factual information that goes against these claims than there are that are for them. So I cannot condemn them.
For those who,
So I can't
for those who
condemn
don't
Mick
remember,
Foley,
but I
but
can't.
I'll condemn Angel.
Vinny put the battery in Angel's back. Just for the record.
I put the what?
Vinny put the battery in Angel's back. Just for the
I
record.
did not. All I said to her is, I said, if what you say is true, all this bullshit is true, then fucking say something to somebody about it. I never said go outside his fucking book signing and stalk him.
I know you did it, but you really get worked up when I say that. That's the only reason why I say that.
Because I don't want to die to that fucking psycho bitch. Like, that's not on me. That's on her. That's on her and her failed therapists. Not that there's anything wrong with having a
can't deal
therapist, guys.
with
I should know. I have
guys
several.
this
Oh,
age
you know
group,
what? I
like
just noticed I have a dick in this
25, 26
I
years
just
old.
noticed my
Like,
dick in this.
how immature
This whole time I thought I was just
is
looking at a
this?
magazine with Mick Foley, but no, I'm sitting there shrugging.
It's like, it's
down.
not only harassing and trolling, but
completion,
it's
right here.
immature. Like, it's childish.
And it's
This is
Mick Foley Photoshop
what grade
on Catwoman's
schoolers
body.
do.
And you know what? Again, Sammy, you're
I don't
close,
think-
but it
I don't
would have
think
been
they're
Harley
even this
Quinn.
immature.
They should have made it better. They should have at least added battery acids to the picture.
That would have.
They should have. They keep saying they, as if I had anything to do with any of this stupidity. Because if it would have been me making the post, would have looked a lot
putting
different.
out sexual misconduct in wrestling. If Cole's not answering because you. Why would the man like put validation on what you're saying? Like no one else is talking about it. They've already looked down with fact.
Again, he's saying no one else is talking about it.
Contradiction about this whole thing, which is her husband.
I'm going to show you some videos.
Also, wait, hold on. Let's acknowledge the dicks on my face. Let's acknowledge the dicks on my face.
In the next stream, we're going to go over those videos.
And I feel like they add
so
a
you
lot
can see actually all the other people that
You know,
were
that's
talking
fair.
about this story.
Especially with
while
him
he
wearing
was
that
leading
beanie,
everyone
dick
to
probably
believe
looks like
that
it
he
belongs
was
on my
the
face, I'll
only
give you
one
that.
covering it.
But you know what? I would like to think that once again, you know, I would get bigger dicks than that if I was gay. Maybe it's just me, but I just like to think that I'd be able to charm a few cocks in my day. That's all. That's all
I don't know. And this was Samir supposed to be.
Also,
he was
it's really
so
fucked up that all those
obsessed.
dicks are white. How about some diversity, right?
He was so obsessed with harassing V at a point, and that this is what he did, drawing dicks on his face and everything. I didn't stop him from doing it. I really didn't care either way.
There should have been more colored dicks.
He should have did it good at least. I agree, but I didn't care that he was harassing him. But then all of a sudden he made up these stories that I
like affirmative action for
betrayed
dicks
him, and then he ran off to this group of people. And as you can see in past videos and messages, start talking shit about me and my family, so that he could try to gain friends for himself.
Apparently,
Sorry, I'm trying to talk over these people so that you won't hear anything that's
allegedly
insignificant.
I am a heterosexual man, and I can calmly say that that is not true.
You are the big black cock.
You know, I think out of everyone in this room, there's only one person who has not seen my penis. So I'm very calm in hearing somebody say that.
Okay, well, now we're back to talking about his dick for
Photoshop
some reason.
The same
That
way
he's
you Photoshop
obsessed
dicks
with
in my-
sending everyone pictures
I'm looking
of
at the people that are in this room.
people that don't
Is it
ask,
Danovich?
people that don't want to
I'm
see
not
it.
saying anybody.
Very intrusive messages.
Yeah, no, Danovich has seen my dick a bunch of times. The show at the time, right? You see me be a dick all the time.
Silence. It's always the best thing to have
Right,
on
it's
a
like, hold up, I
podcast,
didn't know it was that kind of
live stream,
This is what it tells
whatever.
being a fan on the show.
Like, I was not. I was told this would not come up when I came on the show.
I mean,
talk about it.
You saw the pictures he's had. He has women drawing SIJW on their boobs for him.
Wow. So you heard what the past
hold on, let me
few
pull it up,
shows
actually.
were
Let me
about,
bring up that
and
picture really quick.
look what this has evolved to. Just listen
This
to
was
this.
done by
trash.
one broken butterfly, and she's a fucking awesome person. With a very well endowed, awesome person. I think we can all agree to that.
I'm trying to
me
like
just
figure
bring that
out
photo
how I
up.
could
Here it is.
fast forward
This is
this
the
a
photo
little bit.
of right next to the picture of me with a cum stain in my
Yeah,
beard.
I don't
apparently,
know
which
who's.
is not a good look on me. And you know, again, that also upsets
I don't
me.
know
because
what
if I was
that
gay,
is. Not me.
Still, I would be much more cleansed. Like I would be more hygienic. I wouldn't walk
Here we are.
outside.
Back to the
with
pictures
semen
again.
in my beard, you know, I'd fucking wash that shit out like a pro, like a fucking gentleman. How dare you?
Hey, he should be used to washing cum out of his beard.
Cocks in your mouth, or are you upset that they photoshopped the jizz still left in your beard?
The jizz that was left.
What offends you more?
Sure. You know, call me gay. Say that I could take a dick or two. You know what?
Your hygiene.
Yeah, exactly. But don't question my hygiene. All right.
My hygiene don't fuck with.
Yeah. That's something you don't fucking call a man out for. All right. And you know what? If I could take a dick, then I would get fucking shit, all right? Because those things are hard as fuck.
There's balls that can take a beating.
All right, so like I was saying, wow, we got distracted talking about dicks.
As usual.
I did not know
Brian Danovich, Chris Banks, they all get in a room. You bring a dick up, and they all get distracted for like 20 to 30 minutes. But they're all straight. Mm-hmm.
She just said a shrimp shot. That's fucked up.
What happened?
She just said, I said, yeah, I would have said a cock shot. She corrected me. I said a shrimp shot. That's fucked up. Oh. That is wrong.
Now saying Chris Banks is sending this stripper girl pictures of his dick and she's calling it a shrimp. Do we need to know this?
She threw you off.
Yeah, that fucked me up, my little dick.
Yo, it happens to a lot of men. But anyway, so as I was saying, from now on, I'm actually going to be including anybody who puts the SIJW brand over their chest in our upcoming videos.
This, by the way, was my idea.
We don't discriminate here, okay? Moves accepted, all right? Wow. Yeah, that's right.
Moves? What's moves?
Really?
Glad to see that people contributed to the idea.
Well, yeah, it doesn't.
People that could actually fit the letters on their boobs.
No, okay, how do you switch this out of moves? Like, that's my question.
Because if you got a dick, there's still a dude who just have boobs.
Okay, so we talk about moves, and then you're like, oh man, chicks with dicks. I think that's too close to your mind. That's your immediate like go to. Like you're like,
where's this fucking conversation even going? Is this a bunch of drug addicts that like can't stay on topic? Like fucking I don't know, like that young boy ADD, like they got attention deficit disorder all throughout the room. Her too. She don't seem like she's all there. She's on some kind of fucking drugs or something. She's high as shit.
I don't know.
Nobody should even ask her opinion on
Alan, you're right. We need to get an Asian on here immediately. Otherwise, this is going to come off a certain way. BuzzFeed's going to write an article about our fucking stream. The lack of Asian, no lack of Asian.
We have every ethnicity here besides Asian, just for the record.
Wow, it's fucked up how you know they're very racist, and they did this in public, and then once they start trolling my Facebook, and they left all these you know, with fake screen names, they had my picture with, and I'll show you this later.
Yo, my dude.
My picture of me with pink hair calling me a nigger.
And whatever Chris is.
So now when you Google my name, one of the first things that shows up in a search engine is a picture of me with pink hair calling me a nigger. And they think that this kind of stuff's all right to do within their harassment.
And then you turn the camera off.
Oh wait, oh fuck, I'm trying to plug my phone in. Oh. All right, so what I was saying, like, if I sent you a picture to your inbox, I forgot the Grand Wizard guy's name.
No one knows what anyone is talking about.
Ring a pyramid scheme of pedophiles, but yet Patrick Walsh is a wrestler. The guy carrying the sign saying that wrestlers is a ring of pedophiles is a wrestler. So does that mean Patrick Walsh is a wrestler? Does that mean guy carrying the sign is a wrestler? I mean, he's a pedophile? Like, are they both pedophiles? Like, they're saying that all wrestlers are pedophiles?
Well, you know what? We
nobody said all.
Matches right here, and we're going to take it.
Like, Brian is a wrestler. I know Brian's a fucking pedophile. I'm a wrestler.
I told that story from the first interview about the gentleman who tried to get
Brian Danovich bringing up that Bobby Rydell tried to molest him again.
I know V is a wrestler, and I know he's not.
The thing is, I filmed this match back in 2014 with my camera.
My dude,
okay, with a disc that I bought with my money and I filmed my husband wrestling this Aaron Bradley, who I shared this with Aaron Bradley, but ECPW Adrenaline TV never used it. So it was only on Aaron Bradley's timeline, and you know, and I had it because I'm the one who shot it. I mean, who do you think shot it? So,
and with him is
just surprising that Aaron Bradley did that.
Also, the person who was holding the signs up saying that the Brotherhood of Pedophiles at that event a couple months back on this event.
I regret sharing this with Aaron Bradley.
So those wondering, this is where I get my name from.
I shouldn't have edited out the part where he fell off the friggin' ropes on the entrance.
And I would not trust either one of these men with my children at any time. So.
That's sexy, she said. Let's just talk about his gear for a second. It looks like he took a bunch of shit that was laying around the house, threw it on, and put a singlet on top of it, found a random mask, and said, "Hey, I look like an asshole clown, so let me call myself Super Pogo."
It's not even a good insult. Like,
that's my boy right there.
Come up with something a little better before you fucking speak. You got the IQ of like a 2.
As we're letting this play through a little bit, I'm going to bring our guest on, patiently waiting for us. The Angel bullshit. Give me one moment.
Yeah, I should have left it in there when he fell off the rope. As soon as he entered the ring.
I need a play-by-play.
Sorry about the gentleman with the no shirt on. This is like his first or second match. That's actually a good friend of mine.
By the way, if it was a good friend of his, he would know that Aaron Bradley, by this point, had been wrestling for like 2 or 3 years.
And yeah, Super Pogo leading should not be that.
She says not ever, like she knows.
Yeah,
like she knows. Or like any of them know. It's hilarious.
And to those watching, that guy, Super Pogo, the one in the weird-ass outfit with the mask on, he's the one that said that all wrestlers are pedophiles. And as you can see, he's wrestling. So what does that make him?
A pedophile, but I mean, I could have already told you that from his, I don't know, his outfit.
Did you hear what this dumb bitch is saying? She could have told you that he was a pedophile by his costume and what he was wearing. She knew right away.
But the best part is before the video starts, she calls him by his real name. She's like, "Oh, this is Lousy Blah," while he's trying to hide his face. She says who he is. So how does that work?
It doesn't.
Very confident.
Very much so. We have some fun when our new guest comes in, waiting on her. Should say waiting on her just in the center.
They're letting a cunt talk that doesn't know anything about wrestling, and then she wants to call my husband a pedophile because of what he's wearing.
But no, I want somebody. Who's the wrestler person?
Cunt.
Super Pogo.
No, you with the backwards hat. Do you do this? You throw people around?
No, she's talking about the guy in the ring with the little estrogen titties that shares videos that don't belong to him. She wants to fuck everybody in the room this one. Slut. At the part I was editing out, she was talking about how she gets guys from Tinder to perform oral sex on her. So, yeah.
Sorry, I'm silent. I'm just
We
fixing
really
the light
want to
bulb
hear
right
your
now.
opinion.
Yeah, the light bulb is right above your balls.
By the way, again, this is my video that I shot with my camera before ever knowing the name of V Infuso. So Aaron Bradley shared this.
I put the camera on so you guys can see it.
I gotta say, Aaron Bradley, you knew what was going on,
we
and
don't
for
wanna
sharing this and helping them out, you are a fucking
pervert.
straight up little cunt.
It's the family show. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Hello.
You people ain't my family. Oh, hi, new person.
Hi.
Hold on, let me stop this. Ren, how's it going?
Drop this thing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna I am gonna try to get through to something a little later so that they're not
okay.
I would just because I don't want them stealing the whole match. Like but they did, you know. I stood there and filmed that shit, and people have no right to take shit, but yeah, they go ahead and do even private video. Let's see where we want to go with this here. I'm trying my hardest to get to a point that
just crazy conspiracy theories.
Might be more relevant of us hearing. I don't want to hear about their fucking conspiracy theories. I really don't. I think I've heard enough of their lies already. I definitely don't want to hear their conspiracy theories on anything. So let's keep fast forwarding.
Small dicks.
Allegedly.
That's the big joke going now. The word
at this point, it's just three guys talking. Red's just sitting there like
laughing. Oh, it's okay.
I just came on here to promote a calendar. I walked into this. She's the black priest from That's My Boy. Oh, I gotta deal with this shit now.
That's not the worst.
Fucking white.
That is not the worst I've ever walked in on for live streams where it's like, oh, we're just talking this drama, and I'm just gonna sit here quietly while you guys all rant, going, "What the fuck is going on?"
I stopped here for some reason.
Oh, that is the worst.
Yeah, this is funny.
It's probably.
I've had 2 times I've walked into streams where they're talking drama. I'm just sitting there going,
to this story.
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna sit over here now.
There's before we go, and I know everyone's like, when is this gonna cut off? Obviously, there's like just a couple, maybe like 15, 20 minutes at most that I want to share with you. This one is a 1 minute long video by Patrick Walsh, aka Super Pogo, aka Chris Banks' idol. The reason why he lives and breathes.
I'm Super Pogo. Don't fuck it up.
But this was on his channel, and this is just so fucking random and weird, and I just want to show you guys this because I want you guys to get the kind of mindset that this human being get. I want you to understand who we're dealing with really quickly.
And get his mindset.
It's funny, but it's also
that he's stalking my family to find this much.
You know, here is the music. I don't know if it's copyrighted music. We're gonna turn the music off for safe, just to be safe. But it's just a fucking slideshow of random shit.
Okay, that's
random
God,
shit.
look at her name from Rosemary's Baby. Woody Allen's ex. That was her.
What's her name? Yeah. It's the stupidest.
There's a black guy knowing all the old white ladies.
Stupidest room of people I ever heard.
Satanism.
I thought that was Vandal's Hands of Fate.
This is a random couple.
Random
Manson, of course.
Manson.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yes. Oh, cult.
The women from Manson's cult.
Yes,
she's real proud of herself for
some guy from the newspaper.
Dracula.
Some
guy looks like something I thought.
Oh, that's fucking
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dahmer, yeah.
Oh my god!
But he looks like. Does he look like Andy Kaufman in that picture?
Did he just fucking say Jeffrey Dahmer?
Wait, Dahmer had black hair?
Yeah.
Good lord!
Why did they have a movie coming out?
You see how they believe their own shit?
He was younger.
Jesus, they say it and then they believe it.
Reasons? Lennon?
Just because they're all in the same room listening to each other, they say that's Jeffrey Dahmer, and then they all believe it.
Eyebrows, holy shit.
Yeah.
Satanism again. Yes.
And say that because you don't know the person's name?
Fascism, guys. This is what it's all about.
Chat was correcting us. That was not Dahmer.
Who was it?
I don't know, but it wasn't Dahmer.
And they still don't know.
That, chat?
And they still don't know. This is how stupid people are. They just all confirmed amongst each other that, yeah, that's Jeffrey Dahmer. And now someone in the chat told them, no, it's not. After they were all just kissing each other's ass,
It was never solved.
saying it was.
You have to look up to find out who it is, but that's so much work. But like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is the mindset of this person. It's like in his mind, he's like, I just act. But like, what the fuck does he say with all this? You know what, guys? Chat, this is your fucking homework. I'm your teacher right now. I want your fucking analysis in the chat right now.
I'm Pizzo and I'm your teacher.
You don't know how many videos he had to go through to get to this video on my husband's YouTube.
Anybody here have any?
Which is New World Order of the Time at YouTube. If you'd like to go see the videos yourself.
It's fucking. It's just super Pogo, the original OG Pogo. Like nothing to be explained.
It exists.
It exists, yeah. He just wanted to show that he can edit video.
No.
Seeking Origin says, I'm thinking this isn't random. Looks more like death is the connection. I see that, but other than these people, like, first off, Charles Manson wasn't dead, like, when he posted that. This was, like, I think a couple months ago or whatnot. But, like, other than them being dead in general, what's the connection to that?
Cults. All cults.
But like it's like, oh, but he also put the thing fascism in America. It's like I don't
listen
understand.
to how obsessed he is. He's got to know.
He's a very strange guy, and I just don't think that he makes as much sense as he thinks he makes. That's why.
Oh, the one picture we didn't that we thought was
or maybe it's just because you're stupid.
That was David Berkowitz, son of Sam.
Okay,
Wow.
I think the problem is that my go-to is always.
What you got? Image reverse search.
I think Dahmer
and
Dahmer and a couple others are really more well known for serial killers.
But the thing is, why are you stalking my husband's YouTubes and Instagrams? Because that was an Instagram video, I believe. New World Order of the Time on Instagram.
Movie about him that was
New World Order of the Time.
Everyone who worked on it, they said that the kid that plays like the young
he stalked my husband to get that video.
Really
so
scary how close it was.
I don't know what he's trying to prove.
They stopped filming. They're like, okay, go back to being
with
like,
that.
It was like
except that he's obsessed.
They're like, okay, the movie's over. Go back to normal.
But I guess that's
go back to normal.
That's what he does.
It's one of the kids from
moving on. Let's see why I have this number written down.
Nah, V can have a picture.
Let's see. Let's take it here.
If a white family saw a black man coming down their chimney, they're either calling the police or grabbing a gun.
Well, technically, Santa is based off of Saint Nick, and we all know Saint Nick is white. Oh shit!
And also, Santa drinks milk and cookies. You want to see the black man drinking milk?
Guys, don't talk about Santa Claus, because we all know the real Santa Claus is rolling in his grave right now.
Oh shit! I forgot that. Yeah, the real Santa's rolling in his grave.
You know what? We should put that in a fucking t-shirt and sell it. The real Santa's rolling in his grave.
We need sound bites. We need sound bites. That's what we need. Fucking sound bites.
We should. I'm gonna start. I have to send a bunch of sound bites to SoCal for the intro that he's doing. He keeps telling me about how fucking awesome it is. I'm sure it is.
So now they plan to make a sound bite video off of my live stream. Yeah.
Absolutely. Guys, I also want to mention, this is before the Lego movie, so in a lot of ways, the Lego movie kind of ripped this off. And really, this is the foundation for that movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have a fucking clue.
And why is that? Well, Miss Owens, you're wanted for murder. and we want the full story.
I don't have the
And what did I
slightest
tell
clue.
you? Don't I have a right to remain silent? I think you just stop playing your bullshit games.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where that was going, but
God damn it!
See, that's totally what you meant, though.
He
That's
loves
totally
calling me
what you meant.
monkey.
okay.
That's his pet
See
name for
why
me.
I wrote this number down. I don't know. I'm going through
And
this.
like, oh, do this so
and
he makes money, and
either it comes up right or it doesn't.
I love how my links aren't working. I actually have to copy and paste them.
Bear
$8
with
a
me.
month for his shitty loot crate video.
Now he's harassing
Oh,
this
that's
guy
what
for
happened.
some reason. I don't know.
The patrons.
He likes
full of
steak.
life.
The Egyptian Ankh.
Oh. Yes, Egyptians
Really,
full of
Chris?
life.
Okay. Can't see the numbers.
Like
as I
I
go
called him
along.
that. It's like the people in our school calls him Black Larry.
And you just
And all of a sudden that
More racist stuff that probably no one needs to hear.
There's this guy named White Brian. He was so annoying.
Wait.
Racist.
What?
For a
Oh,
few
right here.
minutes.
Hold on. Wait, now I have to prove.
Here's our lead into some kind of inboxes or private message or something that he thinks he's
For the
going to
listeners
expose.
listening.
Right here.
Or expose
Right
of
here.
someone.
Larry. This was today too.
Let's see.
I said, you have other white people? And he goes, you're not white. There you go, right there.
You know Ariel's going to be mad that you didn't read her message. It's obvious that you ignored it, right?
I ignore a lot of people. Maybe that one. This year.
Rob Feinstein, I saw his.
Kevin.
LOL,
Good.
you
Hey,
Tom.
You want to see the Rob Feinstein one I got?
Brittany Brown?
Let's look at Rob Feinstein. Lord.
I just saw it. It just popped up. That's why I mentioned it.
Why would Brittany Brown be on his inbox? Here we go back to the Rob Feinstein
Messages.
conversation.
Oh, I have to go. It won't come up. The conversation.
It just popped up. It was just right there in the. I'll tell you one.
This is all the people he
the fuck? He popped up
commiserates
so
with
before, now
all
it's like,
day
okay.
to
I'm sure it's still here. We
harass
just gotta find
people.
some.
His
You ever
little
gonna
gang
respond to
stuff.
Ray?
Right
and
there,
group.
right there, right there.
I see that leftover
I'd
message.
really like to know what Brittany Brown's doing in there. Hit me up and let me know what that's about.
I'm
when you get a
doing
chance,
it.
Tom.
A lot of them.
Whatever you
Go ahead.
plan on doing, I hope
I'm
you
sure
make a
he's
lot of
just
money
like,
from it, because if you use my name, likeness, or anything else in a negative fashion, I will sue you. Just a friendly warning.
Well, that's a cute tactic, but I'm very well educated on the law. What is and isn't legal? Can you say the same?
I guess you will find out.
And then he blocks me. And then he fucking blocks me.
And then you were blocked.
why wouldn't he block you?
And then he
You're a
blocked
fucking mark.
And over here, this is the conversation I had with Angel.
Chad is asking
And
if someone's
Leslie.
jacking off in the background.
And you see the date,
Well,
November
that's Alan.
20th,
Alan's on your
November
page right now. We
16th.
already know
Do you
what he's
see
doing.
the
He always
dates?
does this.
They're trying to talk over it, but do you see that?
Hey, the last thing I said to her was, yo, people from the news want to talk to you. At which point,
And then I showed you the other messages that came
That's
from my phone
Player one says, "Yo, V,
that followed up.
you bald
And that's
bastard. I hope the stream goes down under like the Titanic. There, I filled your monthly quota for insulting you." Player one.
I like player one. Player one is the kind of troll that you like, though.
You know
Because
what?
like he says shit, but he
Okay.
actually he says
So-
funny shit.
We appreciate it.
I am going to let's see. Were there any comments under this? No. There were not. So yeah. And that's the way that went down. So give me a minute while I just fucking close this out, because yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. Thank you for joining me here on Angel Amoroso versus episode 9, round 9, show 9. Angel Amoroso versus SIJW Veetard, the stalking idiot jerk off worm and friends. And from what you just heard, now you see why it was titled that way. They had a good old time, and yeah, I hope you did. It's a terrible show, but hope you have a good night and a good life.